What is your host Taurus back with my continuation, my 2010 year review continues with Fatal 4-Way. It's like every other WWE pay-per-view in 2010. June 20th at the Nassau Coliseum in Unitedale, New York, aka Long Island, New York. So yeah, before I talk about this was a few weeks before this. We saw the debut of the Nexus, even though they were not called the Nexus yet. I believe it was the next night on Raw. Wait, did I say it was a Raw and SmackDown fan? Yeah, I think I did, but yeah. So yeah. Now, this was the one and only Fatal 4-Way pay-per-view. Yes, there was a takeover called this, but we're not going to count that. But yeah. So it's the Nexus debut, which was like like I said before, you know, the ECW third brand was dead and came NXT. Not the Now. It was that game show where Wade Barrett won that competition, who is also now a WWE commentator, who is actually good at his job, at least. And he's funny to listen to. Like, in a good way. Like Jerry Lawler, JBL, Bobby Heenan, you know, those guys, but yeah. Anyways. So, they did the whole ambush thing with the Nexus thing. I'm not talking about the matches yet. Unfortunately, there was some controversy where Daniel Bryan got fired for choking out Justin Roberts with his tie. Yeah. Well, he wasn't gone that long because he returned at SummerSlam. So there's that. And to go home Raw, they attacked GM Bret Hart. Bet you forgot Bret Hart was the general manager of Raw. And at the opening show, Vince McMahon says Bret Hart is not here tonight. And this begins the anonymous Raw general manager. Oh, great. More things I hate about 2010. The anonymous Raw GM, Abyssomania, which my victory row is done, so thank God. What else? Basically, yeah, more shit I hate about in 2010. Hogan's run in TNA with the failed Monday Night Massacre. But let's get on to the show, really. For the WWE Intercontinental Championship, Kofi Kingston defeats Drew McIntyre to retain the Intercontinental Championship. Their match at Over the Limit was better than this match, but this was basically more Drew McIntyre feuding with Matt Hardy and Teddy Long also, because referee Charles Robinson got bumped. So, Drew McIntyre plays Teddy Long as the referee, and he plays favoritism. That's not what a babyface should do to a heel. Matt Hardy comes involved in front of Teddy Long, by the way, but he doesn't give a shit. Trouble Paradise 1, 2, 3, and yeah, Drew's run by this was done. He was claimed as Vince McMahon's chosen one. Unfortunately, that failed, But now, you look at 10 years later, Drew McIntyre proved Vince wrong. He was the WWE champion. But, yeah. A 6 out of 10, it was okay. And then we get the first of 3 Fatal 4-Way matches. Because the show is called Fatal 4-Way. For the piece of shit Divas Championship. Alicia Fox defeats Eve, Taurus, Gail, Kim, and Maurice to win the Divas Championship. Enough said. Shit, 0. And now next up we have a random match. It's like you're playing the WWE games where you press a random button, you get a big name, and then you press the second random button, and it's a guy who's just 80 overall, basically. And yeah, Evan Bourne defeats Chris Jericho. Jericho puts over Evan Bourne. God, Jericho was... I wonder why he left after Night of Champions. after he won the World Heavyweight Championship because they don't want Undertaker to fight Shawn for the world title, which I understand, but Edge did not win the world title at WrestleMania. Then Jericho lost the title to Jack Swagger, and then he went over to Raw, which it was okay. Fine, Jericho meant for Raw anyways. But, oh my god, his booking was shit. And no wonder why he left for 2 years. Just like his first run. Well, he was just he was starting to become a part-timer after Night of Champions, and yeah. Well, he pulled over Amber Bourne, so there's that. And he was getting a little push at this point, but that push did not last long. 8 out of 10. This is the best match of the night, shockingly. Now we get to the Fatal 4 match for the World Heavyweight Championship. This whole build was about Kane because The Undertaker was originally supposed to be in this Fatal 4 match for the World Heavyweight Championship. And I believe he was supposed to win. But Undertaker had to take some more time off. But they brought him out because on Memorial Day he was found by his brother Kane in a vegetated state, aka he got injured in the match. And also, aka I believe he married Michelle McCool at this point. Don't correct me in the comments, but yeah. So Rey Mysterio took his place, and Kane was trying to find out who took out The Undertaker. Spoiler alert, if you saw my SummerSlam 2010 review, it was Kane. So this is like the Kane heel tournament by the next pay-per-view. Yeah, I'm wearing his shirt, by the way. But anyways, we get this Fatal 4 match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Rey Mysterio defeats Jack Swagger, Big Show, and CM Punk with that horrendous mask. Oh my god. This was the only time I'm gonna see him with the mask, basically. Because this was all about Kane. Towards the end, Kane, the builder was just about Kane's trying to find out who took out The Undertaker in a vegetated state. AKA, he was basically injured again, but whatever. And he said he thinks it was all 4 of them. Like, really? You're gonna blame all 4 of them? Instead of, yeah, Swagger's world title was done by this point. Kane comes out with a casket, and you think it was CM Punk. Again, it was Kane. And Rey Mysterio hits Jack Swagger with an awkward 619 and wins the World Heavyweight Championship. So, how long was this reign gonna last? A month. Yeah. 6 out of 10, it was okay. Then we get the next match for the United States Championship. Like I mentioned before in my Over the Limit 2010 review, The Miz dropped the U.S. title to Bret Hart. And Bret Hart gave up the United States Championship. And then R-Truth won the United States Championship. And then The Miz won it back from him. So, yes, think about that. Bret Hart was the United States Championship in 2010. Anyways, The Miz defeats R-Truth to retain the United States Championship. Miz next month will become Mr. Money in the Bank, because the next month is the first ever Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Not a good match at all. And it's kind of weird looking back at the next year. Miz and R-Truth performed Awesome Truth. Yeah. A 2. Anyways, then we get this next match. The Hart Dynasty defeats the Usos. This is the first pay-per-view of the Usos. Boy, looking at this, looking at it now in 2010, looking at it 13 years later, night and day. And Tamina. Blah. It was just a filler match. 1. And then finally we get to the main event. The last Fatal 4-Way match. for the WWE Championship. Sheamus defeats John Cena, Edge, and Randy Orton to win the WWE Championship. I don't know. The one from Backlash 07 featuring John Cena, Edge, and Orton was better than this one because Backlash 07 had Shawn Michaels. This one had Sheamus, which I'm a fan of Sheamus, don't get me wrong. But this was an awkward fatal 4-way match. I mean, this is kind of nothing like the Backlash 07 one, basically. And it's distracted because of the Nexus coming involved. And there was an extra on here, which is... Yeah, they were in a random room, and they were signaling for their attack, and yeah. And then they attacked the guys in the interview area. They destroyed the TV. That TV had a family, by the way. The commentators the commentators getting the hell out of the way. Matt Striker was being fucking Matt Striker, being a jackass, he was Pat McAfee before Pat McAfee came. That's what I was trying to say. Fuck Pat McAfee. Good feet, by the way. And now comes the not Nexus yet. Basically the Nexus, basically. They all attack Orton, by the way, who is not wearing his wrist tape again. Why is he not wearing wrist tape? Edge and Cena, so everyone's down. So Sheamus ran in the ring and pinned John Cena 1, 2, 3. Basically a flat finish. A 5 out of 10. And, yeah. And that's how the show ended, where the Nexus chases your new WWE Champion away. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise that Batista left. Even though he should have just stayed, but because he was the best heel in WWE, so your best heel is gone. Yeah. Sheamus ran off as the new WWE Champion. Triple spoiler cover, by the way. This was not a good show. I mean, just seriously. This is where shit in 2010 is getting really, really, really bad. I'm looking at it as a 4 out of 10. Yes, a 4 out of 10. Get it? Because there's a 4 in it. Horrible joke. This was bad. I'm just being perfectly honest. It's a shame that Chris Jericho was your best match of the night, but Jericho is a great worker. Not now in AEW. So next up is Victory Road, which hopefully we're going to see yet another Fatal 4-Way match with Rob Van Dam, Abyss, Jeff Hardy, and Mr. Anderson. Oh my god, more Fatal 4-Ways for me to review. Ugh. And Money in the Bank. Your first Money in the Bank pay-per-view, by the way. Yeah. Where Kane and The Miz won. So you get 3 Money in the Bank ladder matches in a year. What the hell world are we living in? So there's that. So next up is Victory Road 2010. Money in the Bank 2010 also. And tomorrow I'll do my In Your House video game review also. Like this, comment, subscribe, and bye.